Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Drunk Flea with a little bit of a different video today, a shorter video. I will be talking about 5 releases I'm looking forward to listen to this year, 2019. So a lot of good releases have come out in 2019, but I think the ones I was looking forward to the most, or the ones that I really wanted to hear, have yet to come out, so I will be talking about those albums. And also, as a disclaimer, 2 of these releases don't have like any specific info about them, like no release date, no album name yet. It's a little bit of more on the like promises side of things. So yeah, so the first release I'll be talking about is the new Acero Letal album. Acero Letal is a heavy metal, speed metal band from Chile. So far I think they have like a demo and an EP under their name, like 2 songs on the EP. It's great stuff. I already love it. I already can't wait to listen to a full album by these guys. But there's been a little bit of trouble with them in the fact that their previous label, which is Brew Records, had to close. And now Dying Victims Productions, which has a lot of cool stuff, will be handling the release of their album. And they did say it will be ready for like late 2018, early 2019, but so far there's been no news about it. So I just hope that's because they're working really hard on the album just to get it released. And yeah, hopefully we won't have to wait another year to see awesome music by this awesome band. The next band I'm gonna be talking about is Ill Disposed. They have a little bit of history. Band from Denmark. They started with like death metal, then they went on the melodic death metal side of things. With their last album, they started leaning more towards, or like back to their death metal stuff, but keeping a little bit more balance, like keeping their melody, keeping the groove there. So it's a little bit more of a balance released, and I thought it's starting to restore Ill Disposed to a little bit of their former glory. Still not as great as their best albums, like There's Something Brought in the State of Denmark or 1-800 Vindication, but they're getting there, so I expect this release will keep that pattern of just being as solid as the previous album. There's already a single out with Hate, which is like a 3-minute straightforward track. It's pretty good, but I don't think it will represent what the album will offer as a whole. So the album's set to release August 23rd, so be on the look for that one. Ill Disposed with Reveal Your Soul for the Dead. The other release I'm really excited for is the new Disharmonia Mundi album, which there's also no name and no release date for this album yet, and that's because Disharmonia Mundi are really good like at keeping stuff under wraps. They never reveal much of their personal lives or studio stuff online. They did say that the album's already in the hands of the producer, so I think recording is pretty much done at this point, and all we can do is like cross our fingers and expect it will be released soon. So Disharmonia Mundi, with their last album, kind of brought together their like early influences, their late stuff, like kind of brought all their different sounds together for a really consistent release, and they did get a lot of flag for it being like a safe album, so to speak, but they responded to that with saying, well, if you have like a good formula and it works out and you love it, why not do it like more of that stuff? And to be honest, I like the band so much that I wouldn't mind more of the same stuff, but at the same time I also think Disharmonia Mundi can go somewhere and develop their sound a little bit more. So I'll be looking out for this album for sure. The next album, and probably the one I'm most excited about or can't wait to hear, is the new No One Knows What the Dead Think self-titled album, which will be releasing September 20th. As some of you might already know, the lineup consists of 2/3 of what previously was Discordance Axis. So John Chang and Rob Martin are back at it again. Dave, I don't know if they wanted Dave to be there or if he didn't want. I don't know how that went out, but Dave's not in the band, and instead of him they have Kyosuke Nakano working on the drums. There's already a single out called Yorha, which is already amazing, so you just know these guys are gonna deliver, and some new material in the vein of Discordance Axis is just always welcome. Also, another thing to notice about the tracks on the album is that two of them, Yorha and Kaine, are named after characters or like just themes from the Nier Automata and Nier Replicant and Gestalt games, which are some pretty cool games. I just really like that John Chang, with his previous projects Gridlink and Discordance Axis, has been including like stuff from Japanese culture, just like anime or video games. I think that's pretty cool, and I just love it. The last album on this list is the new Insomnia album, Heart Like a Grave, which will be releasing October 4th. Insomnia has been putting out nothing but amazing albums, with their last couple albums, One for Sorrow, Shadows of the Dying Sun, Winter's Gate. All those are amazing, and this is another of these really solid melodic death metal bands with that modern approach to it. They also have a new member on their lineup, which I think is a good opportunity to bring like fresh ideas to the table, just bring a little bit of a more different sound and make it just overall more rich. So those are the 5 releases I'm really looking forward to hear this year, 2019. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all the things you're already used to, and I will see you hopefully next week if I decide to do a video. If not, just stay tuned and see what goes on in here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you the next time.